What is going on, guys? CWpoke here, back with a brand new video. Typically, in order to build hype for the upcoming Pokemon Sun and Moon titles, I've made some videos often showcasing fan-made Mega Evolution designs in order to talk about Pokemon I'd like to see gain new Mega Forms. But this Mega Evolution episode has a slight twist on it. I've asked numerous times which team you guys are on, Team Sun or Team Moon. Now personally, I'm still a little undecided, although I'll definitely be getting both. And just for a fun change of pace, I decided to make two separate lists of the top 10 Mega Evolutions that I want to see in either Pokemon Moon or Pokemon Sun. Now this episode in particular is for those hashtag Team Moon fans. I've chosen 10 Mega Evolution design concepts that match the more dark and mysterious theming for Pokemon Moon. And now mind you, this is yet another wishlist video featuring the work of several talented artists, so links to their work will be in the description down below. And be sure to check them out if you really enjoyed their work in particular. And also, as a friendly reminder, this list is purely for fun. The Pokemon I've chosen aren't confirmed to be Moon exclusives, and sometimes the relationship to the Moon theme may be thin, so just sit back and enjoy this top 10 video. And now let's jump straight into my Team Moon Mega Evolution wishlist. Starting off today's list at number 10, we have the mysterious psychic type Gothitelle. This bulky Pokemon has so many utilities, it was actually one of the key players in winning VGC Worlds in 2011 and 2014. Aside from that though, Gothitelle has been a little lacking in attention, and I think a Mega Evolution would help spice it up. This concept of a Mega Gothitelle is incredibly cool because it's actually used in the fan game Pokemon Insurgence. Now I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it since there wasn't any high quality artwork for the design, but it was hands down my favorite design for Mega Gothitelle. Plus, this shiny sprite is a jaw-dropping shiny compared to regular Gothitelle shiny form. Now if there's one thing I hope Mega Gothitelle could gain, it's easily a dark typing. I'm still surprised Gothitelle is only a pure psychic type given its gothic design throughout its evolutionary line. So adding a dark typing to coincide with the psychic type would add to Gothitelle's offensive potential. Number 9 spot goes to the sleepy psychic type Musharna. This adorable sleeping elephant flower thing is another Pokemon very similar to Gothitelle in its bulky stat orientation, and I think it would only be right to also give Musharna a Mega as well. Sorting through Mega designs, Musharna made this list mostly because I thought this design looks absolutely amazing. The added stars and other details to Mega Musharna do a good job at not drastically changing Musharna's design, but clearly showing that it's way stronger than it once was. To contrast even more with Gothitelle, I think it would be really cool if this Mega Musharna design becomes a Psychic Fairy typing to match the added Dark typing of Mega Gothitelle. Revamp Musharna's moveset with some strong Fairy attacks, and buff up those bulky stats along with Special Attack, and suddenly Mega Musharna becomes an incredibly tanky Trick Room Sweeper. Moving on to number 8, I wanted to find a Pokemon that evolved through a Moonstone, and I decided to go with Delcatty. Delcatty is a Pokemon I've always admired for its cute design, but never really bothered to use it as it's a fairly underwhelming normal type. I think Delcatty is one of those Pokemon that could desperately use a Mega Evolution if it wants to be used more competitively, and this design is the one I decided to go with. It's a pretty interesting change from Delcatty's regular appearance, but the one thing I loved in particular was how much stronger it naturally looks, as well as looking like it easily deserved a new Psychic or Fairy typing to help buff up that offensive side. Hopefully we can see a couple of Moonstone evolutionary Pokemon gain some new forms to help keep them fighting with the newer generations. The ferocious dark type Mightyena finds his way into number 7 spot. I've always liked Mightyena's design, but at the same time, it's always been a little too simple for me to place a Mightyena on my team. For being a Pokemon used on villainous teams so often, I think it would be awesome if Mightyena could get a power buff through a Mega Evolution just like Houndoom back in X and Y. I found this design for a Mega Mightyena and was instantly a fan. It keeps the intimidating look of Mightyena along with its usual color scheme, but adds the red flare on its upper chest and genuinely looks like it's ready to destroy teams. Since Intimidate only works once the Pokemon appears on the field, I think it would be cool if Mega Mightyena actually had a new ability, maybe one like Strong Jaw, to help boost the attacking power of some of its best moves. If the enemy team in Sun and Moon wind up carrying some Mega Mightyena, maybe they could actually finally be somewhat of a threat. Since the theme of the moon is colder compared to the blazing hot sun, I felt like some ice types would have to be on this list, and number 6 goes to Jinx. Jinx is one of those Pokemon that have desperately wanted to gain an evolution for a while, since Jinx, Electabuzz, and Magmar gained pre-evolutions in Generation 2, but only Electabuzz and Magmar got new evolutions in Gen 4. Eventually I decided to go with this concept of a Mega Jinx. This Mega Jinx idea is something I really like because of how it fits with the wealthy appearance, and many concepts had a similar theme of Mega Jinx being a queen, which is pretty interesting. Now, going with the idea of being a queen, I thought it'd be fitting to give Mega Jinx a unique ability somehow relating to the theme of royalty, but I wasn't quite sure what would work. So if you guys have any cool ideas for a made up ability for Mega Jinx, be sure to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to check it out. Flying in at the halfway mark, number 5 goes to the Nocturnal Noctowl. This normal flying type completely baffles me. Despite it being able to learn over 10 different psychic type attacks, it's not a psychic type. That's something that has to change, and a Mega Noctowl could finally fix that. I found this design for a Mega Noctowl that looks very impressive. Hopefully changing into a psychic flying type, Mega Noctowl looks like it could actually see a huge boost in its physical attack, especially since owls are known to be very strong hunters. Seeing a switch from physical to special would be a nice contrast to Mega Pidgeot, switching from physical to special with its own stat distribution. Seeing as we're getting another owl with the Grass Starter Rowlet, I think it would be cool to show some love to the first owl in the series, and Mega Noctowl could be an incredible addition to Sun and Moon. Number 4 spot goes to the spooky ghost fire type Chandelure. Ever since its reveal, Chandelure has easily been one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I absolutely love its design alongside its strong stats and utilities. It was kind of tricky to find a design that really stood out to me, but I ended up going with this one simply because I think it looks hilarious. And on top of that, the author chose to even add in its shiny form. This vampire-esque Mega Chandelure almost feels like it's trying to look super serious and intimidating, but comes off completely adorable instead. I also feel like the vampire theme of Mega Chandelure strangely works. This Mega Chandelure looks like it'd become less of a mid-speed Trick Room attacker and more of a faster, even stronger special attacker. Since this entire top 10 list is dedicated to Pokemon that could possibly represent elements of the moon, I feel like Clefable is a given for this next spot. This Pokemon is actually rumored to have come from the moon, so giving it a Mega Evolution seems like a must, and this design was one of my favorites. Staying true to that fairy typing, Mega Clefable looks like it just gains solid stat boost with a bit more added to defenses and special attack. But what would really make Mega Clefable stand out would be its ability. One that I thought would be cool would be an ability that would create a unique nighttime terrain effect that boosts the power of fairy, psychic, and dark type attacks on the field. There can also be some hidden effects like boosting the power of Moonlight to heal more, or doubling the chance of fairy type moves' secondary effects to occur. Only 2 spots left. Next up goes to yet another ghost type, Sinnoh's Mismagius. I've loved the Mismagius line since Misdreavus was first introduced in Johto, but Mismagius has always felt like a slightly less effective Gengar. I think this design for a Mega Mismagius looks incredible and adds its already threatening appearance. This Mega Mismagius also probably would gain more special attack and speed, but I'd hope creators could find a way to add to its bulk so it could find a slightly more tankier role than Mega Gengar, a Mega that also seems like it would do Mismagius' job a little bit better. But either way, the design itself looks incredible, and I'm really hoping Mismagius finds a Mega just so we can see an elaborately designed ghost just like this one. And finally, at number 1 to top off this list of TeamMoon Megas, I went with the powerful legendary Lugia. Now, Lugia is a Pokemon that I covered in an older video, but it wasn't a traditional top 10, and I decided to change it up this time. Instead of Mega Lugia, I decided to pick a design and go with Primal Lugia. Much like how Rayquaza gets its power from meteorites, or Kyogre and Groudon have their orbs, using the power of the moon, Lugia Primal reverts into a more historic version of itself to boost up its stats all around. Now, before any information on new Pokemon were shown after the unveiling of Sun and Moon, many people theorized that Primal or Mega Ho-Oh and Lugia would actually represent the two games since their own themes are so similar. Even though Solgaleo and Lunala are the cover legendaries for Sun and Moon, it would be awesome if Lugia and Ho-Oh still had their own small spotlight in Gen 7 by gaining new forms. And that concludes my top 10 TeamMoon Mega Evolution wishlist. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more. If you're more of a Team Sun kind of fan, stay tuned for my next video, which will follow a similar pattern, except it will feature Team Sun Mega Evolutions. And depending on when you guys are watching this video, it may actually already be live, so be sure to click on my channel and make sure. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out!